there, gorgeous. My name is Dusty, and this is the Scorpiopriestess. If you would like a personal reading, you can do that by visiting www.scorpiopriestess.com. If you are interested in learning intuitive tarot, or it is not too late to buy the Libra full moon workbook. It is only $10.10 to utilize during this Libra full moon on the 12th, or use it throughout the year, as it has a lot of good info, different rituals, cleansing prayers, and more. You can find more out about that by just hitting the more button down below and following the links on over. We're going to do a you versus them for all zodiac signs. I do have some energy pulled out just to save time. Now, we have Venus moving direct, the Libra full moon, and your relationships will be in the spotlight for the next few days. Whether you purchase my workbook or not, it's important that you cleanse out your home, your being, your phone, your closets. Really harness this energy, guys, and utilize the power of Mother Moon. The collective connected energy, playful, looking for a good time, lighten up and enjoy, flirty, carefree, and teasing. I just wrote a blog post about black cat, white cat, mixed cat dating styles, and some of you may want to check it out. This person and you have a fun, playful connection when things are good. You could have both men, and you thought this was going to be just a fun fling for a lot of you. Well, it turned out that it was much more than that. We do have a full moon behind this black cat. Some of you may see a black cat today. You may own a black cat. Some of you may have a black cat dating style. I personally am a mixed cat. This person could like to flirt with you, or they could keep everything light all the time. You try to have a real convo, and they're constantly playing around or joking, or they say something cute to you. And it's really cute. They've pulled you back in many times because of it. But at the end of the day, it gets really annoying because you want to have a serious conversation, and this person is just incapable of doing that right now. Tell me about this connecting energy between the two of them, please. Okay, breakthrough here, inner transformation and ego death, the spiritual awakening. This could be your transformational person. Most of us here that have been through an awakening do that after meeting that transformational relationship that either sparks things inside of you or hurts you so much that you have no choice other than to lean into your faith and start your spiritual journey. Both of you are trying to act unaffected. There's been some red flags. Some of you here, this person's acting like they don't care. They're acting unfazed. You've had no other choice but to do so yourself. Tell me about this spiritual awakening, please. You could have been through an ego death because this person embarrassed you so much that you've had no other choice. Some of you, the whole purpose of meeting this person was to put you through a spiritual awakening and ego death. The connection is not so much about you together, but you separately learning your lessons. This could be a Cancer. Something could happen, a brand new beginning in Cancer season. Someone here could have a earth sign Venus. There's a lot of passion, but things are moving very slow. You want to invest with this person. They want to invest in a relationship with you, but their love language is much different than yours. You all are having issues communicating is the message I'm getting. Moving on over here to your energy. Once a sacred connection uplifts and soothes you, intuitive, deep, and intense. Something about this person's energy, again, when things are good, uplifts and soothes you. you've been waiting for a sacred connection, or you know intuitively that this is you have a sacred contract with them, that this is some kind of soul connection. Again, they've really triggered a lot inside of you. Tell me about the collective's energy, please. Some of you, your throat chakra may be blocked. You may want to write this person letters, read them out loud over the weekend. You've had an epiphany. You have been taking things seriously. You've been trying to. This person could have an inner circle or kids with somebody else. That's a problem. Some of you have kids to this person. It's one of the reasons why you're having a hard time breaking free, is you have to co-parent with them. There's been some wake-up calls. You've had a revelation. Tell me about inner circle. Some of you do not get along with this person's family. It's one of the things that causes problems between the two of you, is their inner circle, their blood ties. They could have an older child that you don't get along with. Some of you, this person has co-workers or friends that always want them to go out and party and, live a single life. You could have met this person through friends. And I didn't even realize top of the deck here I'd flipped over player Casanova. A lot of you know they have multiple lovers. You know there's third parties. That's been the problem. They've kept it really playful. You've wanted to take things serious. You could have met them at work for some. Angel number 333. Be on the lookout for angel number 333, guys. 333. There's a message in here for you. 3 of Wands, 3 of Cups, 3 of Pentacles. You could start seeing a lot of 333. You seem to have thought this person was single, or you knew that they weren't somebody who liked conventional relationships. They could have been part of your inner circle, but you fell in love. We don't have to call it a relationship or a commitment to fall in love. One of my biggest pet peeves when I meet a reader and I ask if they are in a relationship and they say no, but I know that there's somebody in their energy, because for me, it's just really 3D to put titles on things like that, or make it, this is the kind of person that keeps you in that gray area of, I didn't tell you we're in a commitment. I'll act like your boyfriend and girlfriend when I want to, but because we're not in a commitment or a relationship, I don't owe you any explanation when I decide to do whatever I want. It's that horrible gray area. Moving on over here to their energy. Timeless, not in a hurry to commit, may need to slow down, stable values and lasting. How this person feels about you is you have high values, strong morals, but they're not in a hurry to commit. This person needs to slow down generally. They need to go sit down somewhere and heal is what they need. Tell me about their energy, please. How do they feel? How do they feel right now? That they have a bad reputation, that they're happily single or acting that way at least. They're focused on their goals in some way. They're focused on enjoying life. They weren't looking for love or a commitment when you met. Yeah, they're really career focused. You may have met them at work too. Some of you may have met this person originally at work, but there's been changes since then. You may have got a new job they could have. Some of you worked for them. This person is trusting the journey. They told you they didn't want a commitment, and so they feel like they don't owe you any explanation for this bad behavior at times. They're working on their financial goals, digging deeper. This person feels like you are not shallow. They feel close to you. They feel like they feel at peace as well when they're with you. You have Susan uplifts. This person has intimacy, belonging, and mutual feelings. You both feel the same way for each other, but your love language is a bit different. And unfortunately, they haven't been in a hurry to commit. There could be a third party involved. There could be family ties or something that keep them down. Tell me about this, please. The King of Wands came upside down, so we're going to take it that way. Unfortunately, this person needs to go through an ego death. This could be someone who's very attractive, who's very motivated and driven, but very egotistical and can be arrogant at times. There's some truth. You all seem to be arguing right now. Some of you had an argument because of you found something out here. So they pulled away. They're really avoidant. This is somebody who has been approaching you in a Knight of Wands energy, but they came in thinking this was going to be a fun, free connection and found a soulmate. So they've been unable to fully release you or, you know, keep running like they typically do. This is somebody who is used to having one night stands, hookups, whatever here, friends with benefits. But it's a very deep connection. There's been a lot of intimacy, a lot of very tender moments shared. This is someone, though, who would never, you know, in the public eye, they are different. You most likely see them on a soul level. You can see through their persona, which scares them. Over the next 2 months, I already felt this. I didn't even see the tower here, bottom of the deck. There's some tower moment coming. What is it? Why tower, bottom of the deck, please. Why tower? Something's coming to light. For some of you, it's a really good tower. Oh boy. Somebody's been very manipulative in this person's life. They've been manipulated in some way. Some of you, it's a good tower, though. It's quick. It's fast. They're going to want some kind of commitment. No, I would not put my life on hold if I was you. I'm not saying that. You got to live your life and never wait for anybody. But this is somebody who may be coming around to finally committing after quite a long time. It could have been a few years since you've been dealing with this person on a casual basis. They could be going through some kind of breakup with a partner they have children with. What is it? Yeah, it's a divine intervention. They've been playing mind games. They're hot and cold. They give you mixed signals. Over the next few weeks, this person could be really hot and then suddenly back off again. You could be a Virgo, a Leo. They could be. This is a situation where the universe is going to come in and intervene as much as they can, but then it's up to this person and their free will to decide if they're going to let their gift from the universe go or finally commit. What is the time frame on that, please? What is the time frame on this tower? It's already in the works. The next 13 days to 13 weeks. It just depends on where you are on this journey. You could have a 13-year-old. You could be 44, 31. But there's new beginnings. This person's a little immature emotionally. They do want to work on it. They do want to fix whatever they have done here. You may want to look at your 5th house. What placement you have in your 5th house. It could be important. I wish everybody the very best. I hope you have the most beautiful and blessed day. Love and light.